Hey there, West Michigan. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. It's been a calm start to the week across the region, but as we get toward tomorrow, storms will come back into the forecast. A few of them that could be on the gusty side. Between now and then, though, expect more calm water tonight. It was certainly the case, or calm weather, I should say. Calm water was certainly the case this evening over at Riverside Park. Thanks to Andrea for getting us this photo here. Beautiful view of the sunset there through the clouds, reflecting nicely off those calm waters this evening. Of course, if you want to send us a weather photo, you can always find me on social media. Meteorologist Michael Behrens on Facebook and at Mike Behrens WX on Twitter and on Instagram. When it came to temperatures today, hit a high of 82 in Grand Rapids, 83 Muskegon, and 82 in Holland. Those temperatures pretty close to average for this time of the year and close to our forecast too. Told you 84, hit 82. That's inside 3 degrees. Now 22 days in a row with just one miss in the last month forecasting. When it comes to tomorrow, temperatures should be about the same as today. That's why 13 weather ball was lit up in green as no change was foreseen. Weather ball blinking bright with rain chances in sight.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And those temperatures tonight not going to cool off too far because humidity is on the rise across West Michigan. In fact, dew points now up into the 60s for most of the region. Temperatures still even in the 70s as we head past 10 o'clock. Winds coming in from the south, albeit light this evening, pushing more humid air into West Michigan. That'll be ahead of storm chances that come in as we head toward Thursday. Overnight, pretty quiet. Cloud cover builds in. Could see an early shower, but it's the afternoon, specifically early afternoon, that brings us the best chance for thunderstorms across the region. Temperatures will start the day around 64 and warm to 82 by the afternoon. The storms push humidity out by Friday, and we're back to mostly sunny skies of a temperature of 80 degrees, though we will see a little bit of haze as we head into the start of the weekend. The radar out there as of Thursday or Wednesday evening was showing a little bit of light rain up to the north. We'll see mostly dry conditions overnight. Most of the rain still well off to the north and west, causing showers and storms, some severe weather in Wisconsin as of Wednesday evening. This first wave pushes toward us as we head through tonight, and it should mostly die off as we get into early Thursday morning. Cloud cover picks up to partly cloudy overnight. That wave pushes our way by the morning commute. Dying showers and storms push through, but they don't stay quiet for long. As we head into the afternoon, we start to flare up some additional showers and storms. Some of these could be on the strong side, especially once you get to the eastern side of the state. We have a risk for some strong weather in our region, but again, the storms are going to be flaring up over us and pushing out rather quickly as we head toward tomorrow afternoon. So it won't be a long period that we see the threat for storms, but if you're in mid-Michigan or heading off toward the east, that's where the bigger threat will be. All the rain pushes out, though, by the time we head toward Friday, and we're back to quiet and dry weather as we head through Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday, at least a little bit, before we have a risk for some scattered showers and storms that develop. The severe risk out there for Thursday, wind, hail are the two big concerns, but that's mostly going to be in this yellow area, which is to the east of US 131. It does barely cover the eastern side of our viewing area. The biggest county underneath that's going to be Calhoun County, but again, we'll watch it carefully as there is a level 1 out of 5 risk that covers the rest of the 13 on your side viewing area that's going to be in place. Again, mostly for what comes around noon Thursday and into the early afternoon. It's gone by the time we head toward Thursday evening, and we'll be watching it pretty carefully here at 13 on your side. Temperatures out there for your Thursday, even with the storms, going to be warm. We'll be in the 70s and 80s on the lakeshore. Breezy conditions expected throughout the day. Temperatures in the low 80s for our northern zones, with more 80s from Grand Rapids down to mid 80s in Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. Temperatures stay around 80 with some haze as we get into the start of the weekend, both Friday and Saturday, having hazy skies as well as Sunday. Temperatures start to ramp back up as we head toward next week. Could see some scattered showers and storms on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures do not put the brakes on, though. We are all the way up into the low 90s with some very humid air. We're talking dew points in the 70s. It could be possible by the end of the forecast.
The 13 on your side beach and boating forecast, sponsored by AAC Credit Union.
And now it's time for your beach and boating forecast. We're looking at heightened wave activity with the winds that come in tomorrow. 3 to 4 foot waves possible across the West Michigan lakeshore, prompting beach hazard statements and small craft advisories for the day on Thursday. Water temperatures as of Wednesday were still mild in the upper 60s and low 70s across the lakeshore. Wave activity tomorrow will likely lead to a bit of a decrease as we head toward the start of the weekend. With more haze in the 10-day forecast, it's not unlikely that we could be seeing more clean air action days here in West Michigan. However, it was announced this week that the Rapid will no longer offer free rides on air quality action days. The busing service posted an apology to social media on Monday, explaining it has a certain amount of money granted each year for free rides, but with all the wildfire smoke we've seen this year, the funds have run out. They'll be replenished at the end of August. Until then, the Rapid says it's working on a solution. And while we've dealt with the haze and some storms over the last week here in West Michigan, other states have currently been dealing with extreme heat and remain under heat alerts. Phoenix, Arizona is one of the hardest hit, breaking its record for consecutive days with temperatures of 110 degrees or more and setting a record for the low temperature. It hasn't dropped below 90 degrees now for 10 days straight. ABC News' Morgan Norwood shows us how they're coping.
A slow burn in the Southwest, dangerous record-breaking heat blazing a path from California to Florida, with more than 85 million Americans under heat alerts.
It's like when you open like an oven, that's what it feels like.
Temperatures in Phoenix, Arizona topping more than 110 degrees for a record 20 straight days. The low temperature also breaking a record, not dipping below 90 for 10 straight days. The blistering conditions sending heat-related emergencies up 20%.
It's hot.
This man treated by EMS workers, needing IVs as he could barely speak.
I haven't been this hot for a long time. It just took over.
In El Paso, Texas, residents have suffered through a record 34 days in a row of their thermostats at or above 100 degrees. And in Houston, advocates demanding more resources to help the community combat the unrelenting heat.
Just people in the streets anyway. It's 100 degrees outside. There should be shelters available.
In Miami, Florida, more records, surpassing 38 consecutive days of a heat index above 100, and not much relief in the surf, as ocean temperatures remain in the 90s. But the heat wave is not just hitting the U.S. Globally, the Earth has had its hottest 16 days ever recorded just this month. Experts blaming human-caused climate change, saying we're in for more searing temperatures.
We're seeing a big heat dome over the Southwest, and it hasn't moved for weeks now. And so that's really the problem, is that we're stuck in a specific weather pattern as opposed to having them come and go as we're used to.
And again, that heat will be sticking around for some time. The remainder of this month looks above average in temperatures, especially for the west and the south. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
While the heat is one concern of the summer, wasp nests are another one, quite common this time of the year, but it's not a sight that you want to see in your backyard. And if you do find a nest, you'll likely be looking for a way to get rid of them. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into the safety of a viral method to remove these stinging pests.
A viral TikTok with more than 33 million views shows a person using a cup of gasoline to eliminate a wasp's nest. But is this really a safe way to kill these pesky pests? Let's verify. Our sources are the Texas A&M School of Integrated Pest Management and Jonathan Larson, an entomologist with the University of Kentucky. Gasoline is dangerous because it's highly flammable and emits harmful fumes. It's one reason why gas stations are outdoors. Larson tells Verify what you're seeing in the video are gas fumes suffocating and paralyzing the wasps, but adds there's a lot that could go wrong.
They're seconds away from everything going wrong, I would say, and ending up doused in gasoline and covered in wasp stings.
Plus, even if you are successful, you then need to properly dispose of the gas at a hazardous waste facility. Texas A&M says if the gas ends up on the ground, it could create a fire hazard and contaminate the soil. So, no, holding a cup of gasoline up to a wasp's nest is not a safe way to kill wasps. Instead, use an aerosol wasp spray, which instantly freezes and kills wasps from a safe distance. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Yeah, certainly glad I don't have to deal with any wasps at my house right now. Definitely one of my least favorite things on the world. One of my favorite things, though, always keeping you guys informed about the weather. And of course, you can find more details about that online at 13onyourside.com/weather or by downloading our news and weather apps. For now, though, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.